Hello, welcome to Bob's Dungeon. My name's Bob, I'll be your host. 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons is arguably one of the most unpopular editions of Dungeons & Dragons there is out there, but it still has its fans. So we're still going to go ahead and look at the other books I have for 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons, which brings us to today's book, the Players Handbook 2 for 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons. This book has 23 pages and a copyright of 2009. It was published by Wizards of the Coast, and all of the artwork in this book is in full color and is actually pretty decent. It's one of the things 4th edition had going for it. So let's go ahead and take a look at that artwork. The artwork in this book is in full color. Each chapter begins with a full page picture, but most of the artwork is small pictures. All in all, the artwork in this book is very good. This book is pretty much an expansion on the Players Handbook for 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons. And it provides you with a lot of new content for your game, at character creation, and a little bit beyond. This book brings to the table a new power source called the Primal Power Source, which 4 of the classes that this book offers up uses. This book provides you with 8 brand new classes to use at character creation. Those classes are the Avenger, the Barbarian, the Bard, the Druid, the Invoker, the Shaman, the Sorcerer, and the Warden. And it brings back some of the original classes for character creation. It also provides you with 5 new player character races that you can pick from at character creation. They are the Devas, the Gnomes, the Goliaths, the Half-Orcs, and the Shifters. This book also provides you with a brand new option for your characters. As your characters progress levels, they have 3 different tiers of play. Characters in 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons could advance to 30th level, and every 10 levels is a tier of play. As they advance in those levels, they get to pick a Paragon path that their characters follow. And the Paragon paths help lead your character along a different path than another character might in that same class. And it's all class-based, but this book provides you with an option to pick a racial Paragon path instead of a class Paragon path. And there are several of these. They have some for the original races in the original Players Handbook for 4th edition, and the races provided for you in this one. And they are the Adroit Explorer for the humans, the Ancestral Incarnate for the Deva, the Blood Fury Savage for the Half-Orc, the Fey Beggar for the Gnome, the Firstborn of Moradin for the Dwarf, the Halfling Scoundrel for the Halfling, the Moonstriker for the Shifter, the Scion of Arcasia for the Dragonborn, the Shire Knight for the Eldrin, the Stone Blessed for the Goliath, the Tarathi Highborn for the Tiefling, the Twilight Guardian for the Elf, and that's what you get. It also provides you with some new Epic Destinies, which is pretty cool. An Epic Destiny is an option you could pick in the Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition Player's Guide, and it provided you with more options for your character as you advance, and also pick the path for you to follow, which is kind of cool. It provides you with some new ones of that. This book also provides you with backgrounds to help you make out your character at character creation. It provides brand new feats for you to pick as you advance levels and create your character. It gives you new gear that you can buy for your character and new magic items for your character to use. It also has new rituals for your spellcasters, which is always cool to have more magic that your characters can use. The end of this book wraps up in an appendix for some rules updates that they've changed since the first player's guide for this edition came out. And that's pretty much your lot. It's just a book that offers you more options for creating your character and things for your character to pick as you advance levels. Which brings me to 3 questions. Would I play a character using the information in this book? If I was going to play in 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons, yes, I would use this book. It's got some of the original classes from the other editions in it, and the half-orc is one of my favorite races in the game. So, yeah, I'd probably use it. Would I use this book in a game I run? If I was going to run 4th edition's Dungeons & Dragons, I would absolutely use this book. I don't plan on running a game in 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons anytime in the foreseeable future, but if I was, I'd definitely use this book. Would I recommend this book? Dungeons & Dragons 4th edition is pretty polarizing as far as the fans go. It is one of the least favorite editions of Dungeons & Dragons there is out there. But if you're going to play in a 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons game, I would highly recommend using this book. It provides so much more information for your characters and really can enhance the game. If you're not a fan of 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons, you can definitely give this book a pass. And that's pretty much all I got to say for the 4th edition Dungeons & Dragons Players Handbook 2. Thank you for joining me to look at this book, and hopefully you'll join me next time where I'll talk about something else. Bye.